Are we live? I think we are live. Good afternoon, everyone. I thought this is actually my first ever live stream on YouTube ever. So I thought I would do a quick sort of update on how I've been getting on with the 24 Hours of Le Mans race, which is currently happening at the moment. And also then at 2 o'clock, we've got the F1 from Barcelona as well. We'll do a bit on Le Mans because there's been a bit to talk about, actually. It's been actually it's not been an action-packed race, if I'm honest, but there's been a fair amount of drama. So Cadillac, I think, were tipped as being the favourites to win the race. At the moment, they're currently sitting in fourth, or the lead Cadillac's currently in fourth. The other Win Taylor Racing Cadillac's currently in ninth. Ninth, and a bit of heartbreak for the 38 car, which sadly has retired. That was leading and was being very, very dominant as the lead Cadillac, but then unfortunately, I think there was a steering issue or there was some fault that it went into the pits late at night and sadly retired. So these things happen. I mean, it's obviously a long old time to try and keep up to date with things. I'm just going to make sure everything is sort of set up on my side, really. I hope you're all well and having a good day so far. Yes, I am live. That's really cool. See if I can hear myself today with things. I'm just going to make sure. Crikey, I can hear myself. That's exciting. Good. So, in terms of where we are at the moment, so Toyota are leading, number 7 car. It's really shown its class, actually, the last few hours or so. They were saying in the commentary that as the track temperature is going up as the day goes on, it seems to suit the BMWs and the Toyotas a lot more. The Cadillac seems to be struggling. I think the track temperature is something like 40 degrees, 48 degrees. That's absolutely insane. So yeah, doing that sort of racing for hours and hours and hours, I hate to think what it's like. By the way, if you are new to the channel, welcome. Subscribe if you are new. I'm going to be doing more of these as time goes on, really. It'd be good to do them. And just see where we go, really. So we've got Toyota first and third, BMW second. The Toyota's just going past lap traffic at the moment, just going past one of the Mustangs. So the Toyota's got 2 laps to go. That's Brendan Hartley, so that's number 8 Toyota. 2 laps to go before he comes into the pits. You can see the lead that the number 7 Toyota has is pretty sizable at the moment. It's not obviously quite enough for a pit stop, but it's still very healthy indeed. I'm going to do a bit of sort of fanboying really about some of the cars. I mean, there's been some very, very impressive performances today. So Alpine are doing pretty well, currently sitting in 6th, with Felix da Costa driving. Ferraris have been disappointing, actually. The 50 car retired early in the morning, or early during sort of the daylight time of the morning, with an electrical issue. It was actually under safety car. There was a crash for a Porsche, and under safety car, the 50 Ferrari went out. So, bit of a shame for him. That Aston Martin sounds so good. That Valkyrie it absolutely screams. That's fantastic. LMP2 is looking quite close at the moment. So gap between first and second is only about 1.5 seconds. So it seems to be getting a bit exciting. Brendan Hartley on the radio talking about, in hindsight, he should have done another stint. Um, I think that would have helped with tyre temperature and obviously smoothness, plus also the opportunity of actually getting some decent track time on. You know, if you're the driver that sort of really is quite aggressive on track, then you know when the field is quite spread out, actually quite a lot of the time that can help. Obviously, the risk is then you lose tire, the degradation goes up a lot more, and yeah, so that's the thing to be wary of. Um, Jose Maria Lopez on currently being interviewed. Now, there's talks of him moving to McLaren, which is quite interesting, really. I always thought that I would only have seen him in Toyotas, but he seems to be making a bit of a move. Potentially, I mean, it's rumours at the moment. There's nothing actually set in stone yet. Um, I think that's the Inter Europol LMP2 car currently in the pits. Driver change as well. Um, it's quite it's, these hours are now quite important, obviously for the drivers just to make the end. Um, so it's really crucial for just smoothness, really, just making sure everything is absolutely tip top. Um, just seeing what the gap is. 17 seconds. That's actually come down by a couple of seconds. Now, obviously, there could be traffic involved with that. Um, Not too sure. We'll have to wait and see. Um, let's just have a look and see what the interesting last lap 3:28. We're gonna wait and see what the the seventh. They're in the pits. Toyotas are in the pits. I was gonna say it's quite a sudden difference in the gap, so that came down dramatically. So now we'll see how much of a gap the Cadillac can start to. So I imagine they'll start to pit. Um, I don't know. I want to see if I could see the virtual fuel tank. Fuel tank. Okay, so the Cadillac's probably going to be in a couple of laps or so. I'd probably say 2, maybe 3 laps. Um, the Toyotas and the BMW are out of the pits. So the gap from Will Stevens, Nick Freeze currently 20, just under 29 seconds. Um, BMW is reporting Sheldon von der Linde's saying on the radio that the pedals going slightly long on the brakes, which isn't very good. Track temperature going up again. It's now 49 degrees. Air temperature 27. So Antonio Felix da Costa just come out of the pits in the Alpine in the number 35. Robert Kubica's not doing too badly in the 83 Ferrari. So the gap for the front two is 29.6. It's come down slightly, but not too much. I just hope that they, I mean, obviously, I love the Cadillacs. I think they sound absolutely epic. I would obviously love them to win. I think they might not have the pace towards the end of the race. I mean, they definitely showed good speed at the start of the race and going into the night, but I think the hotter temperatures just don't suit the Cadillacs anymore. See if anyone's happens to be watching. No. I think this might have frozen my 2 secs. I think I've lost my Oh crikey, I have no idea what I'm doing really. There we go. I think we're back on. We've lost the formatting slightly. Let's see if we can get this to come back. There we go. Perfect. There we go. We are back, I think, with it. So Tom Gamble, the Aston Martin, new driver into that car, currently sitting in 8th. Just going to move this across slightly so you can see the positions. There we go. So Will Stevens now 30.89 seconds in front of the Toyota, the number 7. Seems to be growing a little bit. Oh, he's coming to the pits now, so he must have been pushing. So he only had 4% of virtual fuel tank left. So due for a pit stop. So he's obviously going to fall back. Whether he can go back in front of the BMW, we'll have to wait and see. Um, but yeah, it's an interesting race. I mean, it's not been boring by any means. It's just not been quite as exciting as some of the other ones. Um, I mean, in terms of laps and distance, I don't think we're going to get close to the record. That's still 2010 when we did 397 laps, um, which is ridiculous. Those cars look absolutely disgusting. After 21 or 22 hours of racing, the amount of marbles and like rubber marks and flies and other bits of debris on the front of the cars, absolutely horrible. Okay, so the number seven's just taken over as the leader. Although I know that the Cadillacs have been really, really strong, and we've been talking a lot about the BMWs, I don't think anybody's quite believed how strong the Toyotas are. It is very, very surprising. I was ruling them out completely because they've not had a very good season at all in the World Endurance Championship. Um, wow, so Will Stevens now out into fourth. That's crazy. Yeah, do you know they were just talking about their commentary box feeling a bit chilly. I've got my fan here, and that also feels quite cold. I'm going to turn that off for a bit. So we are coming up for 2 hours to go on the stream. That's already happened uh, on the actual live stream. The Aston Martin. I thought that had just been into the pits. Hadn't that just come in? It's interesting. Huh. Oh, not unless it stays as out for the first lap in its entirety. I think that's probably what's happened there. I think the Genesises have been quite interesting actually, um, because they showed really good pace as well at the start, and I think they got up to fourth at one point, but just throughout the night they've just lost a bit of pace, unfortunately. So we've got I think that's Giovinazzi. Was that the 83? I think that's the 83. Oh, we've frozen again.